What's up, everybody? How are you? How are you doing today? Today, I'm really excited. We're going to talk about how you can get more customers, how to generate customers 24/7, 365 days with a multi step, multimedia marketing campaign that you can set and then just let it do what it does so that you can serve and focus on more people. So you want to make sure that you grab your show notes. Make sure you get your show notes. Inside of your show notes, you're going to be able to follow along with us as we do this. And also in the back of the show notes, guys, it'll tell you about all of the different academies that we have and our mentorship program. And you can take advantage of some of the coupons that we have in there. So make sure that you get these show notes and you download those. If you are not on our email list, then make sure that you just shoot me a message and we'll get those show notes to you. So if this is your first time tuning in with us, I want to say welcome out today. My name is Kathy McReynolds, and we are with Bible Business Academy, where we help you to build a business with biblical principles. So if you have a desire to build a business and you want to do that using biblical principles, you have found yourself in the right place. And do me a favor, guys, go ahead and hit that share button, and so that we can get this out to more people and we can help people be able to grow their business and grow the kingdom so that they can help more people. I'm going to head on over to our presentation for today, and I'm excited to be able to share with you guys. Again, if you're just now tuning in, I want to say welcome out. Today we're going to talk about how to generate customers 24/7, 365 days with a multi-step, multimedia campaign that you can set and then serve. And our scripture for today, because this is Bible Business Academy, is Acts 20:35. It says, "In everything I did, I show you that by this kind of hard work, we must help the weak, remembering the words of the Lord Jesus himself said, it is more blessed to give than to receive." So this is why we do what we do, so that we can help other people. And always remember, it is more blessed to give, to serve, to help people. You get so much more out of it. I had a meeting with someone yesterday who helps in the city, and we got a lot of things that we're working on and that's happening. And we were just talking about that, like just how the benefit that you get from seeing other people win, and when it never gets old, is so exciting. So we're excited to be able to help you grow your business. If you're struggling with that or you need help with that, make sure that you reach out to us. You can go to Bible Business Academy and we can help you with that. So today, guys, we're going to talk about, again, how to generate customers 24/7, 365 days with a multi-step, multimedia. So you got to have a multi-step. You got to have more than one step, and you got to have more than one media campaign so that you can set it once you do it once and then serve more people. Like what I'm doing right now, we're doing this in a multimedia, multi-step level campaign. So make sure you grab your show notes. If you don't have your show notes, grab your show notes, guys, so that you can follow along with us. Whenever you're getting ready to start a campaign, and a campaign is just that, maybe you're selling something new, or you have an old something that you're reviving, or you're just trying to get attention and you're going to run a campaign, then these are 4 things that you definitely want to look at. Number 1, you want to sit down, and these are the thoughts. Like, you don't just I have a booklet here somewhere here on my desk where we literally sit down and write out what we're going to do for each campaign, for each, broadcast, and anything that we do. Is not just we wake up one day like, oh, let me go do this. No, everything is pre-planned. And when you're running a business, that is so important to happen. So the 4 thoughts before you create any campaign, here's what you want to think about. Number 1, what is the outcome that you like from the campaign that you're about to create? Like, why are you doing it? Are you doing it because you're introducing something new, because you want to insert some cash into your business, so you need to run a cash flow. Why are you doing that campaign? Are you partnering with someone? There should always be a reason for that campaign. So that is one of the thoughts that you want to have, and you literally want to write that out and decide why you're doing what you're doing. And if you're part of one of our academies, you'll see how we actually teach you how to do that on each and every one, and then keep records of it, because once you find out what works, all you have to do is repeat it like every 90, 60 days or a year, depending on what it is. Number 2, what media will you use to communicate the message in the future? Like, where are you going to put that? And we're going to talk about that. And I'm going to show you how you can set that aside and make sure that you have the right media. And you got to know where your audience is at. Where is your audience at? Number 3, what will the offer be? What are you going to say? You just don't do a campaign just to do one. Like when I come on here, I'm always talking to you guys about our academies or our mentorship program or our planner or the book that we have coming out. I'm always talking to you about something to sell, or our mugs, or just what are you going to sell? You know, you want to be able to offer, like, it's sometimes people are uncomfortable with selling things, but you owe it to the people that are watching you to be able to help them. And you can't do everything for free. So you have to bring value to them and be able to sell them something. So what are you going to offer? And number 4, what goals do you have to set up, and what next? Like, what are your goals? How many people do you want to join your membership program? How many people do you want to join your academy? How many leads do you want to get? How much money do you want to make? All of that is important when you're building your business. It's just like Jesus said in that parable. Who of you would say that they are going to build a tower and not count the cost? And not only the money costs, but the sweat equity, the human use cost. What do you have to sacrifice? What do you have to give up? What is it that you must do in order for that campaign to work and be profitable? Everything has to be measured. You got to get out of your feelings, and you got to collect data. We always tell everyone that it's not about what you think or feel, it's what the data says, and you must take data. So if this is your first time tuning in with us, just a little bit about myself. If you're thinking like, why should I even pay attention to this chick right here? I am from Akron, Ohio. I always say I grew up shy, sheltered, and in church basically 6 days a week. My mom was a minister. My dad was a coach. So we were always surrounded by people, serving people, helping people. I did leave home when I was 19, moved to the DC area. Also lived in Baltimore, Boston, and Pittsburgh. Just give you guys a little background. We got anybody from Baltimore, Boston, Pittsburgh, or Ohio? Give us some shout out in the comment section. Let us know where you're from. And I call myself that college dropout that turned success student. I dropped out in going into my senior year of college. Decided to, instead of going the traditional route, decided to learn from people who actually had what I wanted. I'm an introvert, but I love to win. Not perfect, but an action taker, an auntie to many, international coach and trainer. I'm also a licensed financial advisor. That's why Bible Business Academy, we help you with your faith and finances. And it's pretty different from what most people do around here. Because of that, being licensed for the last almost over 25 years, we're able to help you with that. Man, I've made money in business, 6 figures in plus and loss. So business has its ups and downs, but over the 25-year period, I can tell you this: I've learned so much, and the best move that I made was putting my business in the hands of Jesus and saying, hey, you take the wheel, you tell me what you want to do, and you tell me how to do that. And so I'm excited with Bible Business Academy to be able to help other people do that. So when you're building your campaigns, guys, I want you, we use biblical principles to help you to grow your business. And I think if you think like Paul in this, scripture that I'm going to share with you, it just like he did, you must commit to creating the success you desire. not only for your soul, but also for your business and for yourselves. It takes hard work and dedication to win in life and to win in business. I'm going to just read Acts 20:32-35. And it says, now I commit to you, God, and to the world of his grace, which can build you up and give you an inheritance among all of those who are sanctified. I have not coveted anyone's silver or gold or clothing. I mean, like, so when you're in business, just think about what he's just said there. I have not coveted anyone's silver or gold or clothing. And that just simply means he hasn't taken what has not belonged to him or wanted someone else's stuff that they had. He put in the work and he did it for himself. So that's how you have to look at your business. Like, nothing is given, everything is earned, even your salvation. And especially when you're in, especially your salvation, but your business is all earned. Nothing is given. Your journey will be different from someone else's. So you got to run your race. Whatever your race is, don't get caught up in looking at anyone else's race. He also says, you yourselves know that these hands of mine, okay, he said, these hands of mine have supplied my own needs and the needs of my companions. So not only did he put in the work, did he go out there and do it instead of expecting everyone else to do it. He went to work, and then he was able to not only help himself, but also his companions. And that's the beauty of being an entrepreneur. Not only can you change the life of your family and your friends and your community and your church, but you can help other people. And that's why I love helping people create their own business and doing it. You know, the extra special sauce on that is doing it with biblical principles, so that then not only, are we saving helping people and leading them to Christ and saving souls, but we're also saving them time, frustration, and all of that stuff that comes along with building a business. He to end it, he said, in everything I did, I showed you this. By this kind of hard work, we must help the weak. That's entrepreneurship all around. You can look at the disciples, you can look at Paul. They're like, they were entrepreneurs. They went out, they worked in order to be able to share the journey and share the kingdom and let people know and share the good news and let people know what's out there. They couldn't be tied down working for someone else because they had to be out there. So this is how you can just mimic what they did, think like they did. And he said, remembering the words the Lord Jesus himself said, it is more blessed to give than to receive. So think like Paul. You know how they say, be like Mike. I'm going to say, be like Paul, be like Jesus, do what they did. And so when you're building your campaigns, when you're building your business, you don't want to build it for a day. Just like you don't build your salvation for a day. You build it for a decade. You build it for a lifetime. You can create, like this video that I'm making here. This video will last forever. Some people get so caught up in like, oh, well, there's not a lot of people watching my video. Most people don't. The money is very rarely, especially in online marketing and sales and all, is very rarely the money, the views and all that is very rarely made when you go live or people are watching or people first see you. It takes about 20 times for someone to see you over and over again to learn your brand before they actually do business with you. Wealth comes from the things you own and not the things that you do. You want to own this. Like when I do these videos, we literally download these and we own these. And I'm going to show you how you can utilize these later to help you to grow your business and for decades. So number one, when you're creating a sales script, and your sales script is just, what are you going to say? And when you're ready to say it, it's kind of like writing a sales letter. And the sales letter, it's just a written advertise of something that you are going to say to someone. You have long sales letters, you have short sales letters, you have advertisements. So whatever you're going to say, you're like literally writing it out. That's a whole 3-day lesson there that we can talk about. But what you want to do whenever you're creating your sales script, you want to make sure that if you want to take the problem, you want to meet people where they're at, meet them where they're stuck at, meet them at their problem, and then you want to agitate that problem. When I say agitate that problem, so for example, you may say, are you frustrated that you're not getting enough sales in your business? And then, so now that's the problem. They're frustrated that they're not getting enough sales in their business. So if I agitate that problem, I would say something like, you're spending, 6 to 7 days a week working 80 hours, being away from your family, and they're all looking at you like we never see you, but you're not making money. So you see how I just like agitated that problem? And then you solve it. We have a solution for you. So if you tune in or if you sign up for this course, here's how we can help you. So you always teach how you can help them, and then in your class you actually do it with them. Then you show them how you're going to actually do that. So you always just want to explain how, and then once they join your course or they buy your product, then that's the solution, and that's how you solve that. If that's making sense to you guys, just drop your favorite emoji with an agitation, a problem, and how you solving that in there. The next thing you want to do in creating your sales script is to create a series of questions leading them to the solution. You just can't agitate it, and you just can't go throughout with having a series of questions. And you'll hear me as I go through this. Pay attention to the things that I say to you when I ask you questions. These are series of pre-planned questions so that I can get you to communicate and to start thinking and saying, oh man, yeah, that makes sense. I really could use that help. The next thing that you want to do is you want to set the stage. What impressions do you want your prospect to have? Like, you have to determine, like, what impressions do you want them to have? Are you like a comedy type show? Or are you a serious type show? The impression that I'm leaving here is that we help you build businesses with biblical principles, and we will teach you and educate you and help you. So if you don't like learning, then this is definitely, if you don't like learning, or if you don't like or believe in Christ, then this is not a show that you'll probably watch. And so what impression do you want your prospect to have? You have to make that decision up front as to how you want them to perceive you. And then as you're setting that stage, you want to always act as if you're speaking to one person, to your avatar. And your avatar is simply that male or female, whatever age they are, however they are, that person who becomes everyone. Like my avatar, if you watch me, you know it's Charles and Faye. I'm speaking to them. They're athletes, they're entrepreneurs, they've been in business before, they have a love for Christ. They're generally between the ages of 45 and 60. That is my ideal client. Do you help other people? Absolutely. But those are the people that I help. So now that I know that and I'm setting the stage, am I speaking to them at their kitchen table? Or am I talking to them while they're driving the car? So when I come on and I do this Thursday show, I'm speaking to people as if they're sitting in a professional setting and they're at a seminar, and I'm training them and I'm helping them grow. So that's why we have the show notes. So they have to literally be sitting down, at their kitchen table watching us, or on like they're on a Zoom or a live, or if I do a quick live and I'll hop on and maybe I'm in my car, or I'm out somewhere local, then I'm speaking to that person as if, they're in their car or they're on a casual. So that's more of a short type presentation that I'm going to give. It's usually under 10 minutes, between 2 to 10 minutes, and it's really quick. So you have to set the stage and know how you're going to speak to people. And the reason why is because you're building assets. Now, the reason why I go on my business page, live on my business page instead of my personal page, is because Facebook actually tracks these lives, and they track who watches them. And so on the back end, we're sending out we put codes on our videos so that we can go back, and anyone who's looked at it but didn't watch it, or anyone who's watched a 90 to 100% of it, then we put advertisements back in front of them, and then that way it helps us to get clients and close clients. So let me know, are you doing that? Do you have tracking mechanisms on your funnel or your website or the videos that you put out there so that you can go back and track people? If you're not tracking them, see what I'm doing now, I told you the problem, right? Not having tracking on your videos or your lives or your posts and whatever you're doing. And then if you're not doing that, guess what, guys? It's just kind of like a waste of time, especially with the Facebook algorithm, especially with Apple coming out and reducing the amount of people who actually will see the advertising. You're just like burning money, wasting time. So if you want our help with that, go to BibleBusinessAcademy.com, put your information in, and then it'll give you, once you're inside of our email family, you have the opportunity to book a call with us where we can help you with the solution. What we'll do on that call, we'll literally sit down and have a conversation with you about your business, where you're at, what your goals are, and where you want to go, and see if it even makes sense for us to do that. So you see how what I just did, and I just talked to you guys about that. I put the problem out there, I agitated the problem, and then I gave you a solution as to what you can do. So those are the things that we teach you how to do without just being salesy and saying, hey, come buy my stuff, right? Because you're building long-term assets, and you'll see what we can do with these assets after they're done. How many different ways, how many different ways right now do you use your content that you put out, your posts, your videos after you create it? See, I can take this particular video that we're doing now. While we're live on Facebook, we're also live on YouTube. It's also shared over to LinkedIn, and it's also shared to 4 different places as well. So that's like 5 or 6 different locations that are actually, this is streaming live in front of. So once it's live, I can download it onto an audio and put it on the CD. Now, I know some of you young people are like, CDs, who listen to CDs? Well, I do, still do in my car. You can put it in your car, you can put it in your house. People still have CDs. When we send out those boxes back there, you can include them in there. You could turn it into a video DVD. You can download it. You can send it on Fiverr. They can put it on a DVD for you. You can transcribe this into a sales letter. I love doing this. I'll take a live video. I'll send it over to rev.com. I use rev.com a lot. And in 2 minutes, they'll transcribe everything, and it'll probably cost me, I don't know, anywhere from $5 to $15. So that is so much cheaper, more, economical than actually paying someone to do that. And it saves so much time. So now this video of what we're talking about, it becomes a sales letter where someone can read it, because not everyone likes watching video. Not everyone wants to listen to something, and not everybody likes to read. So you must have all of them so that you can give everything to everyone and let them decide what's best for them. Then you can take snippets of it and put it in your emails, so you don't always have to be creating your content. This is how you can break that content up. Then you can turn it into Facebook posts, Facebook ads. I can take an ad, and then I can run this video, a video view, to all the people who, are on our list. We get leads in every single day, and we're not we literally only have a few audience, but every single day we're getting leads in constantly. There's pretty much 99.99% of the time that we don't get in leads. And the great thing is that our opt-in rate, when someone shows up at our website, it's anywhere between 50 to 70% of the people who actually show up there literally put their information in for us to be able to contact them. So what does that mean? That means that we have something that people desire and that people need and that people want. So that's a good thing. And that's what we help you do. So you can turn these into Facebook posts and asks. You can also use it on YouTube. I just told you I have it as a YouTube video. And once you upload it on YouTube, I can also take it and put it on my blog post. There's just so much that you can do with one piece of content. That's beginning. It takes a ton of work. You can get your business down where you're literally spending about 15 to 20 hours a week on it. And then guess what? You can use the other time to go out and serve people, to help people, to be able to build the kingdom and give more and serve more and do more. So that's the beauty of it. And then after you get that content, where you have that content into those CDs and those videos, those audios, those sales letters and all of that, guess what? You can use that asset over and over again. So like if you start your business and you do what we're sharing with you like once a week, that's 52 weeks worth of stuff. And then all you have to do is put it on just like Facebook shows us memories. It doesn't have to be like a memory, but it becomes an asset. I do that with my posts that I put out during the daytime. It's stuff that I put out a year or 2 years ago. So I don't have to recreate all of this. All I have to do is go back and use what already worked. There's nothing new under the sun. You don't have to spend a lot of time online and doing the same thing over and over again. That's the beauty of having an online business in digital assets. So you can use it for emails to your list who opt in with no purchase. So remember when I just told you guys about our email list? And we have all of those people that are coming into our email list. So if they don't buy, I can take snippets of this. Like I always take this broadcast, and then on Fridays, it becomes a replay. Hey, in case you missed it. So I don't have to worry about what I'm posting on Friday, right? Because I know that this is a replay. The audience who are on our email list, who've been around, they know if they don't catch it on the live, they can catch it on the replay. They also know they can watch it on Facebook, or they can watch it on YouTube, or it's right inside of their email, so you make it convenient. You can also use it direct mail. Some of you have gotten mail from me. We mail out things, so we include like the show notes. When you're on in one of our academies, you'll literally get all of these printed out, bounded up for you with the MP3, what do you call those things, with the stick that you put in your computer, or on a CD of all of these shows. So on top of the training, you have these extra bonuses that you can go out and do. You can use it in digital retargeting. So if you're retargeting, and I just talked a little bit about that, because you're tracking everybody, you can put it out there and use it there. You can use it for your newsletter. You've already downloaded. You just don't have to use it that one time, because see, this content, this information that I'm sharing with you, this is not a trend. This is not something that is here today, the latest fad and all of that. No, this is stuff that has been around for decades, centuries, and will always be around. What's different is the media that you're using. So if you just work online and that's your only media, there's so many other medias that you can use it on. You got radio, you have broadcast, you have all of these different things that you can use. You can also be the mailer for your membership clients. I just talked to you about that. If you're in our membership academy, whether you're bronze, silver, or gold, then part of your membership is you get stuff mailed to you every single month. Well, these are some of the things that we mail out to you, and we teach you how to do the same things. You can also, one of the things that we're also working with is helping pastors to market more online and get their message out, and to be able to get more people in the seats, to their congregation, so we can do solo mailings to pastors, non-owners that did that, or people who attended an event that we had. Maybe we had a boot camp, or we did a special program. All of this, you go back and you have your assets, and we show you how to make these assets so easy to find by going through one of our filing systems in our class on making sure you have all this. That's part of the scaling class. So to make sure you and your entire team are on point, you can also mail it out as a free book. I can put all of these together and create a book. It's just Russell Brunson did a book where he they interviewed like 30 different people. If you do interviews, this is stuff that you can use over and over again. So whenever you're putting something out there, I want you to make sure and ask yourself, can I use this over and over again? It's like the Bible, right? How long has the Bible been out? Those words hasn't changed on there. It's still the same thing and the same principle. And that's what you want to do with your business. Is this making sense? Drop a yes in the comment if this is making sense, or if you had an aha moment, or if you're like, man, this can save me a lot of time. Let me know. Now, I can't see your comments now, but I will go back and look at your comments. And also, if we don't catch them on the live, we will always answer them on the replay, or you can go ahead and schedule an appointment with us. Go to BibleBusinessAcademy.com to make that happen. We're not done with what you can do with business. See, isn't this cool? Did you ever realize one video can become so many things? You can also use it as evergreen media. Evergreen is like the Bible. It now is out there. You can translate it into so many different languages. You can use it for emails when people opt into your emails, your direct mail to your opt-ins to include a DVD. You can give them an MSP or the replay. There's so many things that you could do. And I already mentioned digital retargeting, your newsletters. You can mention in a frequent, you can have, in your newsletter, if you have a section there, you can have this month's, top broadcast, whatever it is that you're doing in your newsletter. And then every single month, if I'm doing one of these a week, and 4 times 50, it was 4 times, it was like 200, right? I think, I don't know. I'm not that, I can't add in my head, even though I can help you with that. But think how many months that is. That's like 3, 4, 5 years that you can like put this stuff out there, and then you can just keep recycling. I want you to think of like the sitcoms and the shows that come on where they're showing episodes from decades ago. That's the same thing that you want to do when you're building a business. And then you can start selling this stuff. So you do it once, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. So again, guys, I want you to think like Paul. Think like Paul when he said, he used these hands of his, and he supplied his needs, and he worked very, very hard. So when you put in that work up front, it will last you over and over and over again. So now I want to talk about before. And so now that I've shown you what you can do, let's talk about pre-launch before you even put that campaign out there. I had to get your mind on, oh, wow, yes, I didn't realize I can do all of that. So let's talk about some pre-launch methods that you can use. Number one, you got direct mail. We talk a lot about direct mail. A lot of people don't even do direct mail, but ask yourself, have you ever gotten something in the mail from Google, from LinkedIn, from Facebook, from another company? Yes. So if that's a clue, if they're sending you out something online, then you should be doing the same thing. And it costs a lot less than you think. And so one of the things that we help you with in our academies is to count your costs. Like Jesus said, count the cost. We literally sit you down and help you on lessons on how to count the cost and to know what it takes to acquire a customer. You must know that number. And again, I say this over and over again, don't make business emotional and make it data driven. You can also fax. People still have faxes. Faxes to segments of your past events or attendees, or maybe you're buying a list or whatever it is, you can fax it out. People still get fax. Remember, my age group that we help is between 45 to 60. They still understand the fax machine. I still think that that's one of the greatest invention ever. You can email it to your entire list. You can, you do a special and email what you're going to be doing out to your list. That's why you got to know about list building, how to build the list. That's in our very first beginner academy of how to build the list. Affiliates who email. Those are partners, people that you're working with who are also getting your information out there, or your customers, and you're giving them a percent of what you do. It could be Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Google, ads, radio, TV, Chamber of Commerce, different, you can even still go into different places where they're pinning stuff on the bulletin boards. All of it works. You just got to measure it and track it to know what's working better, and always have between 10 to 20 different pieces out there at the same time, and different methods of communication that you're sending people. Now, once you got launch day, here's what you do for on that day for the events. You want to go live on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, or even on your own web page. That's what we're doing now. We're going live. I call our Thursday a show. It's an event for us. So you'll see us putting out pre-advertisement about us going live. You'll see it on our story. You'll see our Facebook page about it. We send out 2 or 3 emails to remind people that we're going live. And if you have guest speakers, sometimes we have guest speakers on here. You can also include bios of them, and you can present them. You can use showcase, like what has worked. Show them different examples of how you've helped someone else and what's working and the benefits. You can also, you got to decide, okay, whether you're going to entertain, educate, inform, and how you're going to do all of them, right? As I, told you, like sometimes when we used to do our old show, we would have music up front, and that's something that, probably we'll add back in, because I love music. It puts everybody in the, the good mood. And when we say entertain, like you don't have to like juggle balls or do some tricks. You just have to get your message in front of the right audience. And remember, your personal Facebook page is not your audience. That's mass. That's just extra bonus, right? That's just extra people. This is why you have your Facebook page, and this is why you have your groups, because the people that are in there, those should be people who are part of your target audience. So you want to make sure you do that. And I always say you got to know the ABCs, right? Always be closing. That's what ABC stands for. Always be closing on launch day. So you guys have constantly heard me. I mentioned up front, get the show notes. Why do I want you to get the show notes? Because on the show notes, it talks about our academies that we have. It also lets you see our style of training and learning and what you can expect. If we're doing this for free, can you imagine what you're going to get in one of our classes? We also give you coupons. So I'm sending you, like, go get your coupon. Go download the show notes. Learn about our academies. Join our academy. So we're always telling you different things that you should be doing. So this is always being closing. Go to BibleBusinessAcademy.com, BibleBusinessAcademy.com. Put your information in, get the free report, and then book a call with us. Make sure you watch that. And you'll even see when you go to book a call, it asks you, did you watch this video? We have a specific video in there. And then you have to fill out paperwork, right? Did you fill this out? Why do we do that? Because before we get on the phone with someone, the only reason why we're getting on the phone with them is to close them and to ask questions. We're not trying to convince them. The convincing, and if they need it and want to work with us, that's all done by all of this stuff that we're putting out to help them when you're on the phone, is to answer a few questions that they may have and to relieve that block in their mind, and then close them. Get them to say yes if it's in their best interest, or move them to someone that can help them. So always ask them to do business with you. There are so many people who don't get business simply because they never asked. They never asked what you like to start. They never asked which academy. They never asked, do you want to put that on Visa or MasterCard or American Express? They never ask, how many can we get for you today? Or do you want to also get an academy or a membership for a friend or family? They never ask those questions. And then they wonder why they never close, because you never ask. You have not because you ask not, right? Y'all heard somewhere. That's why a lot of people can't make money when they're in business, because they don't ask. They think you got to sell. No, it's not selling. It's having systems in place and then turning around and asking the right question and closing. Always be closing. And you want to make the process simple and smooth. Our process, go to businessacademy.com, download our free report, get the free report, read the free report, watch the video, and then book a call. Once you book that call, it'll tell you right there exactly what to do. Why is that? Because our classes cost like $4, $10, $20, $4,000. So person who, before they make that decision, they need to understand this. They need to know what what's expected of them, because they'll get to that point. Now we make phone calls and we call people who opt in just to say, hey, did you get a chance to watch the video? Did you download the report? And we resend that out to them. So all of that has to be part of your system and make the process simple and smooth. And then you want to explain what's going on and what's going to happen. All of this, always be closing on launch day, guys, and then build your case to the close. And I just talked a little bit about that. That's why we go live, and that's why we put out content and build our social media and our brand, and 5 to 6 different posts every single day, including today, on our show note day, so that our brand is front in mind, that you always see it. So you want to make your offer irresistible. Now we can't go into detail on that, but that just means it's something that they're like, oh my God, I get all of that for that. Are you serious? Like this, it has to be unbelievable. Include bonuses. So like on our program, on our Genesis Get Going program, you'll also get a box of goodies that we have back here that will be sent out to you. And inside here, you're going to get like live training manuals to go along with the course that you get. And then we also put some prizes and gifts in here for you, so that you'll have that as well. And we just make it fun. And then you get surprise stuff sent to you that you didn't even think that was going to come. And you get one-on-one time. It's like a lot of stuff that you don't get from other people who charge sometimes more or even less. They'll get you in with these lesser prices, and then they got a next class and the next class. So you end up spending more money, and you're frustrated because you didn't know it up front, instead of just, because how do I know? Because I've been there, right? You buy a class for like $9 and that's what you get, $97 worth of training, right? And you don't get a full business built. We want to help you get a full business. We want you to know exactly what to expect, to know exactly how it's going to end up and exactly what you want to get. You can include testimonies. When you go opt in after that, you go down, you'll see some of our testimonies. And then you want a value stack. Then it's like you just stack value on top of value on top of value on top of value. I look at the Old to the New Testaments and what God talks about and the promises that he makes. And when Jesus came down, like that ultimate value stack, that's the ultimate of what you get. Like, what is the ultimate in your business that you can give other people? And then once you give it, you got to take it all away. You got to take it away. And you don't have to, just like God gives us choices to say, you can either be in or you can be out. It's totally up to you. He's not forcing anyone. He's not putting you down if you don't say yes. All he's saying is like, you can have life or you can have death. It's totally up to you. If you want life, here's everything that we're going to give you. If you want death, then go at it, right? Go at it. Go live life like you want. Do what you want. Make it all about you. Choice is yours. That's the same way it should be when it comes to your business. Never beg people to get into your business. Never send out links or all of that stuff in Facebook Messenger or LinkedIn and all of that. Sometimes when I go in, especially LinkedIn now, because I cut off the notifications, I feel like you're at a construction site and you're walking by and everyone's like, hey, it's like a cat call, and that's how LinkedIn is, and Messenger and all of that, when people are just like, hey, can you buy this, can you join this, instead of a conversation, instead of value. You want to bring value to people. And guys, this is how you X up your results. This is how you take your results to that unbelievable level. So here's the real deal, right? On launch day, on the day of the event, you're going to have 1x on launch day. So that means that, of your audience that's there, you may get 20 to 25% of the people to buy from you that particular day, but that's not where the money is made. That's not where the money is made. You want to identify the buyers, because a buyer is a buyer is a buyer, as Dan Kennedy always say. Once you know who your buyers are and who's bought from you, they will continue to buy from you. Or if you have someone, that you're doing a live event and they're buying from you, you really want to take care of your buyers. Not enough people do that. And then here's the key. If you want to 3 times your results without spending any more money after the launch, you want to do tons of replay. What did I tell you I do? Immediately after this broadcast, we send it out for replay, and then we just keep putting it out there, We can run ads to it, put it on the CD, so get money. It's not today's money, okay? This is this month's money. That one day, the first day, that's today's money. Don't get caught up in today's money. You get the month money comes from the replays. That's 3 times in it. And then your people say, well, do I want to do this because, I want residual income? But I promise you, this is the best residual income that you can ever get. This is how you 10 times it. Think about how many people are still buying the Bible. Think about how many people buy the same book, edition 1, edition 2, edition 3. Think of these phones that we have here. How many different editions of these phones have you bought and that people buy? That's residual income. You made that sale. You put together this content. You did it one time. Now, 10 years later, it's still paying you. Now you can put it in a course. People like to start and they build that course up front, and then nobody buys it because they skip all of these steps of getting people set up and having proven results before they even put that course together. You have to do that. So guess what, guys? You can do it once and get paid forever and 10 times your results on that. So if you have questions, you want to go ahead and let me know what those questions are. Put those questions in the comments and we'll answer those. We also have a free gift for you. A gift awaits you. This is some of our training material, some of the things that we stick in, our gift boxes. They vary and they're always different, but when you become a part of our academy, you get this. Or if you book an appointment, we do send you something out. When we get your address, we're going to send something to you. And when you're joined, if you need help putting together all of this stuff that we just talked about, and you can also, if you don't want to put your information in, you can text us at 1-833-BIBLE-BIZ so that we can help you and we can show you how to get all of this done so that you can build your business, so you can be able to do that and put that together for yourself so that you be able to put everything that we just talked about together. So for more information, you can call me at 1-833-BIBLE-BIZ, call at 1-833-BIBLE-BIZ, or email me at info@kathymcreynolds.com. I'm going to switch back over to you all now. Let me go ahead and switch over and see if there's any questions in here. Anthony says, I love Jesus Christ and love learning again and again. It's the academy model for a business model. Yes, it is. You're absolutely right. He also said, yes, makes sense and will be very helpful to generate a lot of energy and interest. And Kenneth used the ABC, always be closing. You bet you gotta always be closing, guys. Always be closing. I don't see anything else in the comments or any questions, guys. So I hope this brought you value tonight. Do me a favor. If you're still sticking around, make sure you go ahead and share. If you're catching this during the replay, you can always put your questions in or shoot us an email or text us at 1-833-BIBLE-BIZ, and we'll be able to help you grow your business, get your questions answered, and you can then take that money that you make and utilize that to be able to help give to your church, give to charities, help your family accomplish everything that you have, and allow God to give you the desires of your heart. I appreciate you guys. Have an amazing, amazing day. And again, my name is